with it. Okay. But your place of wonder how to really step into this, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But as Anthony said, I was very room when my purpose was. I was out in a room of 300, had the partition areas clear. The whole room was 150 ladies at a tea talk. And I was called out by another medium in the area by the name of Rosen. And she came to me and she said, "Are you a counselor?" And actually tricked in the first place because I would want to. Another medium stepping in this, and I was still behind so many things in my life at the time. And when she asked that, she said, Flora said, "Funny enough, I'm also a medium." And the whole room was starting, and also it was almost like the air, and instead of out of the room, it came into the room. And that's when my gifts were out, and it took about me to really come in and focus with my gifts and my ability being able to help people in their grief and transition and their empowerment. How it's been amazing to be in, again, full. So today we're talk about partnering with our purpose as an idea or a concept that your purpose is only something that you step out into the world. Your purpose has all the blueprints for you, has all the blueprints for directional guidance, you to really step fully. Because a lot of times if you think there's a job, right? But your purpose is power. So you are partnering and you are powering with your purpose. And that's where it brings it circle to where I am today. And there we go. So we're talking about merging practical and tangible concepts with universal collaboration to open new fields of possibility for you. I put this slide in just as a reminder of a lot. I've had a lot of talks on how we transition from pandemic, how we navigate through it, and how we come out the other side. It's just a reminder of back 100 years ago in the Spanish flu pandemic, and during these times. And I love Louis Armstrong, of course. Louis was part of that, embracing and stepping into your creativity and your most highest. I mean, laid the horn with every cell body. And so in that was a space where we were coming out of something that seemed unique and tumultuous times, and creativity came in, and we have it's a wonderful world. We hear so many times strong at the time. His time frame really into, and he stepped into his purpose at a time where 100 years ago, that could have taken us, but that talent and that purpose really powerful. Okay, story here. All right, so once upon a time, I was married to someone I shared gold bands and bath towels with, and let's just say at the time, it wasn't a very healthy situation. And also I know how to really manifest at the time. I wasn't in a place of really seeing my energies, and it's where I understood that manifestation can work for me and manifestation can work against me. So one day with this interesting person, I was on the phone, and it was one of the heated arguments that was, I think, it was the theme of things for a while. And he had said, you are going to regret that. In that moment, my bank account went from this to this. And at that moment, I was just so sick to my stomach and thought, wow, I was just flabbergasted. So it brought me here. I call this being left with $2 and a blow pop. I was looking at I just got the hit to look at my bank account right after we hung up, and what's going on, and then that's what happened. And I joke and say that the card is little charms blow pop sitting on my dresser while I was looking at the computer, seeing and at that moment I said to myself, I just got left with $2 and a blow pop, and Spirit was like, you gonna listen to me now? Would you like to talk to me now? And at that, all I had at that moment were my gifts. All I had at that moment was my purpose. So that's the partnering began. So what is a purpose? What is yours? And I'm sure a lot of you, and as a community, we find out that we're all multi-passionate, multi-purposeful. So you find yourself stepping into your purpose, and we're kind of, how sometimes they say, if you're all things to all people, nothing to no one. But if you're not all things to yourself, there's no way your purpose can be purposeful to the world. So step out into what I do. A lot of times, to come to one of my events, there might be a little bit of a comedic thing going on there. I have been of people dance the rumba right before session. I need to step into my purpose with all of who I am. So I'm kind of a cheeky girl who likes to dance. So, and I also talk to dead people. So we found out how we were going to do that, right? And so and about what is a purpose. Google tells us your purpose is one's intention or objective. But if you take a deeper look at it, spiritually, your purpose is to awaken your soul and excite your spirit. There's no doubt that your deepest calling. You wake up every morning wanting to serve. We wake up every morning with desire to be exactly who you were who you were brought here to be. And they're absolutely. I always with people that I would do this on my birthday. In a few years, I have. So, and it's been fun. It's been so. So when you partner with your purpose, your purpose will partner with you, and you become a dynamic team. So now your energy have a destination where to go. It's like a GPS, soul. And if you yourself getting worse, the universe will all celebrate for you. Trust me, that's happened many times. Show of hands, you get recalibrated. And yeah, that's always fun. I always call that my spiritual slaps. Or redirection or recalibrate. It's like, yes, recalibrating. You will be exactly where you need to be, Elisa, in just a few seconds.
It's definitely scratchy.
Okay, so what your purpose partners with you is that it activates source wisdom. So you say yes to everything that you can offer. Don't know what it is yet. You say yes to your gifts and of who you are. You come on with the source that is ready to partner with you. It activates soul stamina, because your soul is the difference between just and your purpose. So your soul, every ounce of being knows and stamina to navigate and step into the power of your. It turns your insight into action. I'm all about insight, being Elisa in some, but it helps you understand that you all have such divine purpose wisdom inside of you, that's what's going to set you aside from anyone who is just doing what you do as a job. And it hires your spiritual team. And this is my favorite, because when I was actually here years ago and really stepped to my purpose, I knew that I had a whole team and a plethora of unsaid support that was there. So your purpose is packed with a spiritual team as well. So this story here is like how I realized that I could not hide in this. I was, like, so with the $2 in a blow pop story, when you do your purpose, you make some money. And so at that time, I'm depositing some of my checks at that bank. I was at a teller. I was at one teller, and then all of a sudden, I started realizing, wow, some spirit's here. Mom is here. And I heard this lady's voice say, to your right is my daughter, and I need for you to talk to her. And I was just like, oh no, I don't. I have to have my normal life, right? So I really feel like it's a violation, or that I'm interfering in someone to come up and give a message. So I'm going to do that. And then I made a deal with the lady. I mean, there was even like a little schnauzer dog. And the schnauzer dog was coming up to the lady that was at the teller next to me. And the dog even sees the mom. And I thought, oh, wow, what do we hear? And I finally made a deal with the mom. And I said, well, if she's walking at me, when I leave, then I'll know that it's you to give the message. And I finished up my banking, and she was still her teller. So I'm sorry, lady, walking out with me. I'm not supposed to give this message. Well, lo and behold, the secretary of my kids' elementary school to the lobby and stalls me. And we have about a 2-minute conversation. We hug, and guess who was walking out with me? This beautiful soul. And I just said, excuse me, sorry to bother you, but I'm a spirit in the area and transformational coach. And I just, mom has been bugging me, and her tears just started coming her eyes. And I said, your mom really wants this message. And the message is, stop what you're take a breath. Don't do this. You're inside. You're in right. It comes through. And just tomorrow is going to be a day. Well, I thought I was hitting her. I mean, just with most beautiful love song. She was just in tears at the lobby at First Bank, and I was thinking, wow, you okay? And then I realized, wow, I was supposed to give her that message. She was completely blessed, but I could just tell she was beside herself. And she left, and I went back to go grab something, and then I saw her, and she was shaky. She was on the phone, speaking to someone. I waved to her when I went in my car, and she became an amazing client afterwards. And 2 years later, during a session, she said, I have to tell you. And I went, wow, what? And she said, you know, that day I was at bank to settle my affairs because it's everything to my daughter, because I was getting ready to end my life. That hit me like a pound of bricks. And I thought, wow. And had I not stepped fully and listened and partnered with my purpose at that time, and my God telling me, you need to talk to this person, but instead my ego telling me, no, I don't do off duty. I would not have an amazing friend and client today. So that's an example of how no matter what, you stand strong in your purpose. And that's how I started partnering this. And so your team book was handed to me at the same time, you know, of the transition from being married in that situation, being where I am today. I learned so much, and so I love Jean Slater's book, Hiring Heavens. It's the concept taking. Not only do you have your guides and angels are assigned to you, but taking amazing angels out there. There's so deployed angels in the realm that are waiting to be hired. You start hiring your committee, and I just started playing around with the book and thought, okay, let how this works. And at the time, and again, I told you I was married to a situation where it was you know, getting that wasn't going to be very easy. You know, they say if you divorce a narcissist and you try to Google how to divorce a narcissist, the articles are good luck. You know, good luck with yourself. So hired my team, and I did small with. I wanted this amazing. Let's see, it's okay. Yeah, there. Yeah, employee in your entourage. And you have to wing it. You guys get okay. And so that I went. Okay. I really. What do I really trying to manifest right now? And it was just something very simple. And so when you partner with your purpose, it's just a different, amazing way of manifesting as well. And so I hired a team. I wanted a blue Till beach cruiser bicycle. I only had $200 for it, but I didn't to buy the one at or Sam's. Wanted a rock beach cruiser bike that's about $1,000 to $1,200, and so I said, all right, let's get our team. So I employed my team. I had a little meditation with my group, that entourage that was coming through. Hired a bicycle team. So in that, we got it set, and believe it or not, the next day a client came into my office and said, I'm moving to California, and I have a beach cruiser bike. However, there's a hill that I need to go up that is not going to be great with what I have. So I'm going to trade this bike in for an electric bike. And she said, so. I went, selling it to me. And at the time I said, well, what for it? And she said, $400. And I said, would you take 200? And service at the time I thought, wow, okay, this was simple. It was just a bike, but how did that work? And then I did it for many other things. And so I understood that committee that I'm hearing, they flight crew, and my flight crew me to my ground crew. That committee was the things, and then my ground crew at that time was my client who came in. I'm selling sickle. Want it? I'm like, absolutely. It's got my name on it by chance. And so that I ended up getting that bicycle. Top of everything, and I love Matilda. She's my favorite. Yeah. But also I do other things too. My daughter wanted to go to the Gorillaz concert, and I thought, wow. And if anybody's ever tried to get tickets to the concert for teens, it's almost it's just next possible. And so I started a concert committee and two in that lottery, and we were able to go to concert. And then with the divorce situation, at the end of the divorce, I finished at the courthouse. I walked outside in a car with a driver's license tag that was right beside of my car, said 888 on it. I went, okay. It's just like symbols and signs, everything. And then I started feeling, wow, I need to use this for this. So in that, I started really sharing. I'd love to work with thought leaders, and I would like to bring my audiences from places. I loved having them at like dinners and things like that. But I wanted to have big audiences. So I thought, I'm going to manifest having my first audience event at the Mercury Cafe. And Dee, you can tell you've been at Mercury, haven't you? Not easy getting a gig at Mercury Cafe. You almost have to sell your first to get signed on there. And I just called, and they said, oh, actually we had a cancellation. And at the time when I told you, remember when I had that I would do this on my birthday. Their cancellation was my birthday. And I'm like, I'll take it. Absolutely. And so my Mercury Cafe was on my birthday, and I've been birthday several times. And again, another one was, I'd really love to work with some thought leaders. So in that, Don Miguel Reese just grew my Elisa Inside Studios one day, and I'm like, and I had it was this picture so many people, and Don Miguel Reese is who Don Miguel Reese is. Okay, well, Don Miguel Reese is author of the 4 Agreements. And so I posted this book, and one of my friends came and said, Is this a safe? You look so in love. Can you like how I'm cheating? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And he usually likes to take his head on his heart, and I just hand, and I'm just holding it, and I'm just and I'm just so in the moment. I think I was just in that moment. Wow, this stuff actually worked. I think that I had worked that committee maybe 3 days, and my friend says, I'm doing an interview with Don Miguel Reese. Can we get your studio? I thought, oh, heck yeah, you can. And so that was a lovely experience. And then there's the Mercury Cafe. That's probably about my 5th time at Mercury. But that's how this works. So in that's what you do tap fully into your purpose and partner with us is by igniting inside who you are, that your purpose holds, your purpose lies. And we all know the business plan. You know, our profit, our website, our communications, setting up, building, and offering our marketing. And who I mean, that's what everybody has done, right? Show of hands. That is the killer way, right? And that we start our business. But when you hire your crew and hire your team, it starts looking like this. And if anybody still shots of that, I'll get out of the way. I'll go like this. Okay. This is on X too. We should do this all. This all any. But anyway, back to the manifesting those small things, large things, in my life and is my committee. So I named, let's say, the teal blue beach cruiser bike committee. We defined our mission. I really want a very nice bike, and I started listing the specialists and had my desire to hire them. I made a task, launched my team. And then would hold meetings. Of course, again, I didn't have to hold a staff meeting long. So you're probably going to need to hold staff meeting like maybe once in a while if it manifested yet. But again, that was in one day. And a lot of my others, they within 2 or 3 days. So and I also have a favorite little word for marketing. I call marketing instead of marketing, because I definitely that with my team as well. So, are there any questions in this of it? And you get to have fun with this. This is something you get to. Yes, sorry.
One of the things I've learned is have to trust that things will work out even though that you can't see it.
Right.
And also there are good things and bad things floating around, so you be able to discern which is really speaking to you and which is trying to deceive you. There are many beings that will keep to be enlightened and helping you, and they're not.
Exactly. You absolutely, that's a beautiful point. You do step in lover above and the God powers when you are setting committees. Absolutely. I love that. And it goes back to the taking the tangible and the practical and moving it with universal collaboration. So universal collaboration is ever going to be against you. So I love that point. Thank you. Thanks so much. Yes.
I'm so glad that I decided to come.
Oh, I do too.
I thought it was at 8, and I stood in the kitchen, and I was just messing around. I was ready, but I went into my kitchen. I said, should I go? And the go was like go. And I'm really glad I'm here.
Oh my goodness, I am so glad too. Wonderful. Are you already doing this? A lot of people's room are already doing this. It really is a fun concept to it. Exactly. Well, wonderful. Hi, Janelle. Hi. It's good to see you.
I have a question.
Yes.
That's arising. So listing specialists you wish to hire. So what would you give those of specialists you might have higher journey?
Well, sure. And, a lot of it's back to what I was already working on manifesting in my life. So let's just say, just with the concert, I had a concert. So I manifested Ticketmasters and Ticket Energy and calling energy, the ability to go to the concert. The divorce, that one was mediator, fairness. At the time that person was going to outspend, and I thought, well, then how can you outspend? And so we came in with attorney specialist, again, mediators, with positive legal justice. And that turned out beautifully, and it ended up being a very amicable parting. It didn't look like it went that well. That's one. And then as far as my practice goes, I always have a team committee to bring right people into my life. The people that I am led to help. And then as growing the practice, I always kind of have, like in the book, let's see if we go back to the book. Whoops. Wouldn't you know it, my up is down is up. And that's that's pretty good for a dyslexic. So back to the book. It out like she had a wardrobe committee. She had public committees. And so I have own little hiring the help book of public speaking committees to my transformational coaching practice committees, to the rent that I rent from committees, to where I live today. My beautiful landlords over here, please come hi, say hi. That was also one of those, and we've talked about it many times, where they had prayed for me, just as I had prayed for them, and I had shared, if I were to if the mortgage or the company renting from, if they did not take me to lease again, that I know where I was going to be within 5 minutes. And I got a letter, one like snowy February, and there it is. And then my son was at lunch break time at the house, and I took him back from school, and he saw us going back to school, and it was about 4 it was a sign, just a block over, and I called, and in 5 minutes I knew where I was going to be. So I really believe in setting your committees and working with space in that way.
Can you tell us about how that feels, that process of listening? Can you speak into what is doing that? When you're hiring your committee, it's not getting on the phone and calling 10. It's an internal.
It is.
Can you talk more about how that
absolutely.
feels from the outside?
Yeah, good. That's an amazing. And usually do is I go within meditation. And you're right. You're not just tangibly the phone and saying, okay, committee, come on. You are going into a within, and with my purpose, always kind of brings purpose into the place as well, into that space, meditation space. And then I have a little note as well. And then I just ask. I share what it is that I am intending and what is needed, and I for the committee to come my way. and then you can start feeling. I do, but not a medium. You will be able to feel that you have this, and then you just write down the number of what you're getting in your head. That would probably be that's in your committee. Start going, and then you just share what your desires and needs are. Does that help? Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
The health stories are manifesting, a bike or whatever, but any of your clients that have surpass some health challenge because of this plan?
I actually do. Yes. Let me just see my Rolodex real quick. There actually there, and you're talking about health. Yes.
Recovering from a health challenge by using this.
Right. And a lot of my coaching clients, it's either a lot of them, it's not some health, but some of it is relationship. But one lady who had colon cancer, and we used this. This was about a couple ago, and she's with us still today. But started with, and it was kind of cute. She called it her Kill Bill committee. She named her cancer, and she started looking at her angels and guides as ninjas coming in, and she was able to absolutely come in to a beautiful health space. And then of course we always do the affirmations along with it as well. Her committee was was beautiful. Within, I think it was 5 months, she called and said she was cancer free. Yeah. So that's one, but I get is relationship. But thank you for that question. Absolutely. But anyway, to wrap things up. Oh goodness. I got to quote Wayne Dyer, and at the same time, I thought I would. So who knows? You'll see it with it. And Ted Lasso is always with. We're gonna get a T-shirt, Ted Lasso Believe sticker on it. But anyways, as we close, you partner with your purpose. Purpose will partner with you, and you become a dynamic team. Thank you all so very much for being a part of this day for me. Oh, you're so welcome, and thank you. I loved it. Thank you.